Hello everyone. Today I'll give a quick update on my account, talk about the trades that I executed for the week, and then review over the options and their expiration and assignment. So as of Friday after hours, my account hit an all-time high of 194,158, and I started that account on January 1st at around $4,700. So the market overall was up slightly. These are the 5 stocks that I was trading throughout the week and their intraday price. And so Tesla hit a new high, CCJ hit 1107 at the market close, and then it went up to 1150 after hours, 14% for the day. And NIO, I wrote a put option on during the intraday, roughly right around here, and I received a premium of 50 cents, which is $50 for just holding it less than a trading day. And that option did expire worthless, as we'll see in the next slide. All right, so this shows the account details and my gain to date, which is 435.91%. So the ones highlighted in blue are the options that expire on the 4th, adding up all of these premiums that I received already. That my realized December gains for the 4th is $994.02. And then if I write no further options and I do not change these positions, then as of December 11th, the end of next week, I will have received a total of $1,909.70 for the option premiums. There was one option that was in the money that expired on the 4th, and that is the CCJ call option, with a quantity of 6 contracts or 600 shares. And so that will be assigned, and we'll see that in the next slide. So that will drop this from 2,300 shares that I'm holding down to 1,700 shares. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, here we see that quantity drop down to 1,700 shares. We see all of the other options being cleared off the account as they have expired. And so these are the 3 that go forward into next week, and all 3 of these will expire on December 11th or at the end of next week. These are the premiums I received, which is roughly $1,000 worth of premiums. Here is the actual market value. I expect to lose this CCJ stock, and so that is 1,700 shares or 17 contracts. And so then I would no longer hold a position in CCJ. And I am fine with that. My margin balance has been quite high with the S&P announcement inclusion of Tesla. As a result of that, there's a lot of buying pressure to purchase Tesla, and I felt like there was a little downside risk that it would drop before the inclusion date, which is December 21st. So because of that, I've been going a little bit higher on the margin than I normally would. This assignment of the 1,700 shares will result in my margin balance dropping by another 17.8K. And we can see this requirement dropping, and then also my margin balance increasing. So that 6,000 represents these 6 contracts or 600 shares at a $10 call price being assigned. And so that's why that increased. And then why there's a difference here is because the options that I had wrote, the NIO, CCJ put options, those did expire worthless, and that combined with the stock that was assigned of the 600 shares of CCJ added up to 9,850. Okay, and so then let's go ahead and just look quickly at those transactions. Okay, so these are the transactions that occurred during this trading week. So we first start off with the options expiring from the previous week. Then moving on, I resold another call option since the previous one had expired worthless for Square, which is right here. So I resold that one at $3.10 and collected a premium of $309.33. I sold 20 Ford options for 2,000 shares of Ford, and I wrote a put on that, which basically means if it drops below $8.50, it will close my short position. But regardless of whether it closes the position or not, I do receive a premium for writing this contract for $146.68, or basically 8 cents per contract 20. And you can see here when you start getting down to the lower denominations and large quantity of contracts that the commissions and the regulatory fees do increase. It's roughly 65 cents per contract. And then I had a margin interest assignment, and the bulk of this reason why I'm on margin is the Tesla position. So I'm using the margin to leverage my position. And so as a result of that, I am being charged $500 for the month. Additionally, I did purchase more Square stock, and I purchased exactly 100 shares so I could write one more contract, which I did here for $3.30 per share, which equates to $329.33 or $330. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to basically wait until kind of midweek to write the remaining contracts for the Ford. and I was going to write them either at $8.50 or $9, depending on whatever the price of the stock was at that point. And so since it was above $9, I decided to go ahead and write a $9 option on that. So if the stock had dropped below $9 on the Friday, then these 1,300 shares or 13 contracts would have been closed out from my short position. And so I received $69 for that premium for writing those contracts. And then lastly, on Friday, I did see the NIO price down more than 7%. It looked like it was turning around. So this was just kind of a speculative trade. And I went ahead and wrote a put option on that and received a premium of $55.34. And that option did expire worthless. And then lastly, we see the assignment of the CCJ stock at $10. This is the only option that did expire in the money, and that is basically right here. So they cleared this option off, and then they assigned the stock. And here we have the two puts, which it was above $9.50, it was above $10, and as a result of that, those did expire worthless. All right, so that's all I have for the update on the account. All right, thanks. Bye.